Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to deliver big gratitude to the Committee of International Conference on Agribusiness and Rural Development for letting me present today in this conference. So my title is Farmers Disaster Mitigation Strategies in Indonesia, a systematic review. I'm Juhud Rozaki from Department of Agribusiness, Universitas Muhammadiyah, Yogyakarta. So, for the introduction, in Indonesia, actually, many people are working as farmers. They are working in the field of agriculture. Maybe in the rural areas, the sector, which is agriculture, is their only option for fulfilling their daily needs. So they don't have other choice. But maybe some of the farmers are doing other side job to fulfill their needs due to the agriculture sector is a vulnerable sector. What's the meaning of vulnerable sector? Because this sector, which is agriculture, usually has some challenge, like the input price is increasing, but the product price is not increasing. So their profit maybe is not enough for their daily needs. And then the other problem that make agriculture become vulnerable, such as the pest attack or maybe the disease attack, and another problem is the disaster. Indonesia is a country that recently have so many disasters that are faced by farmer too. So not common people that face the disaster, but also the farmers are facing the disaster. This disaster make farmers' life become more vulnerable. So they should or they must do something to face the disaster. So it is called the mitigation. Mitigation is the effort to reduce the impact of the disaster. Maybe some experts say that mitigation is disaster risk management. Disaster risk reduce management. So management, how to reduce the impact of agriculture. Maybe some experts say that this mitigation only apply before the disaster, but actually if we expand the explanation of this mitigation theory, it also apply for the during the disaster and also for post the disaster. So in this presentation, I would like to show you the disaster risk mitigation by farmers in Indonesia. First, I would like to show you the overview of disaster in Indonesia. Actually, in Indonesia have so many disaster that farmers also face this disaster. There are flood, earthquake, landslide, volcano, climate change or drought, and then forest fire. Actually, other disaster also happen in Indonesia, but in this presentation, I would like to focus on this disaster. And then if you see in the left side of picture, this is the victims of the disaster in Indonesia from 2013 until 2019 per 100,000 people. So we divide into the displaced, dead or lost, and then injured. So we can see that recently the disaster occurrence are increasing, especially in 2018. where more than 4,000, about 4,000 people have been displaced or maybe injured, injured due to the disaster. And then from 2015, 2016, also there have disaster occurrence there. We can see that Indonesia, like I mentioned before, have so many disasters. This is the disaster potency map, the map that show the potency of each area get the disaster. So red color means the high level of risk to get disaster. So we can see in the Java Island, all area are red, so it means Java Island have so vulnerable from the disaster, or the disaster are easy to occur in the Java Island. Also, other islands are facing same problem regarding the disaster. And then disaster, maybe some of you know that the disaster usually impacting to the human life, and this human life including farmers, including agriculture. So disaster in agriculture is, if we talk about in the developing countries, also it is a very hot issue to be discussed. If we talk about disaster in agriculture, actually each disaster has a different type characteristic the impacting agriculture, but mostly it is related with the lost crop or the harvest loss, because the maybe agriculture land is swept away by the maybe flood, or maybe from the volcanic become all the crops are dead because the hot cloud or hot air, something like that. And then, for example, I took from the Sinabung volcano eruption. It is destroyed about 3,800 hectares with minor damage, and then around more than 1,000 hectares with medium damage, and around 900 hectares with severe damage. Also about the other disaster, it is earthquake in Palu, Central Sulawesi, that destroyed more than 9,000 hectares of agricultural land. Flood also, maybe in Java Island, flood is a very common disaster. In Jakarta, maybe in the surrounded area, also facing the same problem, which is flood. And then usually it is triggered by the amount of rainfall that maybe more than the limit of the rainfall. So, for example, in 2014 in Central Java, the flood disaster had destroyed more than 90,000 hectare paddy field, and this is equal with more than 500,000 rice. So disaster, it is related with the food security, because if the disaster destroy the agriculture crops, it will it will affect the food security condition. For example, the floods that happened in Central Java in 2014. And for the mitigation or the efforts to reduce the impact of the disaster, actually for the general disaster mitigation, there are three stages. First stage is pre-disaster, and then second stage is during the disaster, and then the last stage is post-disaster. Pre-disaster, actually the mitigation are done with like the education how to face the disaster, and then infrastructure, maybe building the evacuation route, or maybe in the volcano area, they build like a bunker. And during the disaster, the mitigation efforts such as evacuation, guarding the leave behind properties. Yeah, for example, in the Merapi area, Mount Merapi area, one of the most active volcano in Indonesia, even some of the farmers are ordered to leave their home, their house to the evacuation house, but in the daylight, they will come back to their house to protect their properties or to maybe to feed their livestock. And then the last stage of the disaster mitigation is post-disaster, such as the build, relocation, trauma healing, something like that. After I have done the systematic literature review from more than 100 papers, research paper, and most of them are Scopus index paper. So because I retracted, I downloaded all the papers. Most of them are come from the Elsevier or ScienceDirect or Link Springer. So I want to assure that the quality of the paper are high, even though some of the paper are come from general journal, but I make sure that the quality is good. So through that literature review, I try to draw this figure that show that the farmers disaster mitigation that I divide into 3 stages. And then each stage actually there are social capital, local wisdom, and inter-stakeholder coordination are needed. Why needed? Maybe I will after this I will explain to you. But here I would like to explain the result of the literature review. First is the pre-disaster. Actually, the education is needed to make the farmers are ready to face the disaster, or maybe to plan how, if the disaster come, they should do what kind of action. And then early warning system, it is also needed in Mount Merapi area. Why I always talk about Mount Merapi area? Because my research recently about the farmers disaster mitigation in Merapi volcano or Mount Merapi in Central Java. If there is a sign of the disaster or eruption from the Merapi, the head of village will inform all the villagers to evacuate if the condition is not good. Yeah, maybe the sign go up to the dangerous level. So this is this kind of early warning system we can find in Indonesia. Also, early warning system also applied for like local wisdom. Yeah, in Indonesia, some of the area has a local wisdom, especially for the early warning system. And then other effort to do the pre-disaster effort is agroforestry. Agroforestry is known for the combining crops and trees. This system, this agriculture system is practiced in Mount Merapi to protect their crops. And then for the forest fire, they use this agroforestry for the reforestation to protect the forest from the fire. And then this agroforestry also useful for the landslide, something like that. So this is the pre-disaster. And then change planting date, and then insurance, lost crop insurance also important. And then we found that in Indonesia are trying to practice or to apply this lost paddy insurance, but still limited in paddy. But it is will be better if it can be expanded to the other crops. And then livelihood diversification. So farmers need to diversify their livelihood, not only in agriculture. so they will not depend on one only livelihood. So if there is something happen, they still can relying to the other livelihood. And then infrastructure like building the evacuation route, something like that, to reduce the impact of the disaster. And then during disaster actually same as the general mitigation, like evacuation monitoring, for the post-disaster reconstruction, rehabilitation, livelihood change or revitalization, and then agroforestry for the reforestation. And then for this kind of efforts, the inter-stakeholder coordination is needed. So not only in Indonesia, we do have like BPDB. It is called like the Disaster Bureau, Disaster Management Bureau in Indonesia. Not only the responsibility of this bureau, but also other stakeholder need to coordinate how to maintain these mitigation strategies. And then social capital, this is one of the important part in Indonesia because Indonesia is Eastern country. So Eastern people usually have more bonding each other. So they do more care for each other. Community are important part of Eastern people life. So due to this good social capital, Indonesia become one of the most generous people in the world during the pandemic or during the disaster. And then when the disaster comes, usually people in Indonesia try to collect or do raise funding to help the needy or to help the victim of the disaster, such as using kitabisa.com or maybe dermawan.com, Indonesia dermawan.id, I'm sorry, to help the people that get impact of the disaster. This is the good social capital in Indonesia. Actually, maybe like Malaysia, Thailand, maybe also have this kind of social capital because we are same in the Eastern country. And then here I would like to play Tatau Amusya Sloga, which is the song from Mentawai tribe, become the early warning system that passed by generation to generation. This is the local wisdom that we can see in Indonesia is occur. So I will play it. So this song is for the early warning system for earthquake and tsunami. So this song is told to the little generation from early age. So it is mentioned that when the animal when the animal do like special sound or maybe run away from the forest, it means something disaster will happen. It used a chipmunk to explain the song. So this is one of the, and then other local wisdom that we can find in Indonesia is Pranata Mangsa. This is the calendar that used by the Javanese people, Java Island, to know the change of the climate. Yeah, so when the drought comes, something like that, they use this calendar. And then also we can find like the local wisdom in Baduy tribe in West Java. They like they do have like pikuku. Pikuku means like their rules in their inside of the tribe. One of the pikuku is about the house. house need to be built by bamboo fiber, something like that. Yeah. So this house structure is disaster or earthquake resistant. Yeah. It can have it can face the earthquake with less damage. Yeah. And then the local wisdom that we can also find in other area of Indonesia, in Merapi, in Mount Merapi, if they see like the shape of the cloud or ash, it means the Merapi mountain will get erupted. So they will do alarm all people to maybe evacuate. And then also social, I mean the local wisdom also happen in other countries such as in this Colombia. So like they do have like a sign. If they see that sign, they will do like evacuation or maybe more aware of the volcano will erupt. I think that's all my presentation. Thank you very much for inviting me. I hope you are enjoying this international conference on agribusiness and rural development 2021. I'm sorry if my presentation is not enough or maybe I make mistake. Bila taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.